All right, yo, welcome back. We are here on week 9, back on Get Wrecked. It's that Woo Brandon casting alongside Curry right here, and we got Team Fish Taco at 5-1 or at 1-5 against UCO Bronchos at 2-4. So Curry, if you can introduce the blue side for me.
So for the blue side, we got Team Fish Tacos. We got Taco Hoarder playing one on the top side, Mr. C playing Trundle in the jungle, Jin and McCain playing Kaisa in the mid lane, I believe. Hentai Messiah on Varus is the AD carry, and Little Falcon on Vygar playing the support.
And on the side of UCL Broncos, we got OK Cattle Boys in the top. We go with Volley Bear, and we got Pay going in the jungle with Elise. We got Jazzman going Annie in the mid lane. We got Duckwind going ADC as Ezreal, and Plethora going Nautilus support. And just right now, we saw them trying to chill in the bush, trying to see if they're going to come and invade through bot side, but they didn't. So they're just going to back up and start getting this game going.
Getting this game going indeed. For seems like Hentai Messiah opted to choose for cleanse instead of heal. What are your thoughts on that?
The cleanse is also, I mean, it's a solid point because he knows that Volley's going to be jumping on him, Nautilus is going to jump on him, both two instant CCs. And when Not jumps on you, he gets you once and then he CCs you again right after with his next basic. So I can definitely see it, especially with Elise too, also with her spider web. When it gets on you, it sticks you into one place. So, I mean, for two people opting to go cleanse in here, I mean, I think it's a solid point just so that whenever they go dive in, everybody, they can at least escape something.
But then why did Little Falcon opt for exhaust instead of, I don't know, heal or maybe ignite for more kill potential?
I would think because we got Varys, who's they're just gonna be. I mean, I actually have to change these around a bit, but we have what's it called, Kaisa down here. So I think it's mostly just for you already have the cage. Once you drop your cage down, it's as much as having the ignite, having the heal. I think it's enough that you don't need to. So when you have an exhaust, put the cage. They're not gonna get caught by it. You exhaust them inside, and then it even takes them longer to get out. So they're just pretty much stuck there no matter what.
See, I see. And yeah, I guess oh, here we go. Plethora going in, missing his hook, unfortunately. Does have the big shield to protect him for a little bit HP, but Jim McCain is going in very, very deep. We got three of those shots going down. A read hit, flash, and cleanse coming out. First blood going to Plethora as Jim McCain has fallen down. Now I guess Ezreal is doing a little bit more damage. Got a gang topside. Okay, Cataboys walking out of there safely, not having to use any summoner spells.
And I mean, that's what you also have to watch out for. With not, it's constant engage, constantly go for it. You can only do so much. And I'm pretty sure they were choosing not to engage each other and try and keep it that way to then hit 6 and have a better chance against Ezreal and not. But with having not there, you want the engages, you want to be able to do that.
hmm Yeah, that was a very, very good play coming from Plethora. Unfortunately, missing the first hook, but the second hook did come through. Oh, looks like Pi is counter jungling, catches Mr. Z by herself. But Trundle shouldn't be a champion that's challenged by himself. Jasmine already coming in, stuns. Now Pi going back on. Flash coming out from Mr. C, unfortunately, does not go over the wall, but it will secure him a kill. Or secure Varus a kill, as now Varus has two kills on the board after he gets another kill onto Jazzman. Top laner tried to come down. Volibear tried to help out his team, but unfortunately he was too deep and also too late.
Yeah, I mean that's the tough part when you think about it. Well, I mean they definitely was good from the side of Hentai My Side coming in to help out. As soon as he started coming in with to come and help in the jungle, he added that extra pressure, and then with his range, he's able to just get over the wall and throw Qs. So I mean that's perfect for him to pick up the 2 kills against Annie. So now Annie's actually gonna be having a pretty big trouble.
Two juggernauts fighting out top lane. Surprising that both Volibear and Ornn actually do a ton of damage to each other
Yeah, and
as
just
top
like that, I
laners.
mean that's kind of how it's gonna be in the bot lane. They're just gonna do it. Oh wait, here comes a gank from Mistress.
And Mr. C dropping the ice brick thingy majigger, and then yeah, Mr. C will be securing that kill on to OK Cattle Boys as the flash and everything that was not enough for OK Cattle Boys to secure the kill on the Taco Hoarder.
Yeah, and if we're looking right now at the versus the Ezreal and the Kaisa, I mean, it's really not much like that. It's really not that bad for the side of Jim McKay because he's just down a couple waves. He'll be fine. It just has to keep on farming up, and then once they hit the level 6, then they'll also have Vigar's damage too coming in there. So I would think that they would be starting to focus more of just the Ezreal to get him out of the way first, but it's also tough because he can just eat out of it. So it's gonna be tricky.
That is true. That is true. Dragon has not have any pressure put onto it just yet, and so it'll be interesting to see if the junglers will opt for a bot side gank, or maybe just try to solo Dragon at level 5, or maybe something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we got Pei coming in here, probably picking up the scuttle on that side because on the top side, what's it called? Oh my gosh, Mistress was able to pick up that scuttle on that side. So both picked up a scuttle right now, just trying to see, just trying to have vision and see how it goes. Because I mean, as you said, a very calm lane in all lanes right now. But it looks like Mistress is here trying to gank and was not able to due to the ward being in the bush. On the side of Team Fish Taco, how do you think that they're going to be able to kind of what their win conditions are on this team? Because they also have a Varus mid who's looking like he's going AP Varus. So that's a whole nother thing that I just now noticed with him going summoners on that.
Yeah, yeah, it is pretty interesting. Okay, but we got his gank top side. Okay, Cataboy's getting himself a shield. If it's a Volibear, I don't think many duos can gank Volibear at a early game. But Hentai Messiah is getting caught up by Pi here. He does drop his ultimate Pi going up into the air, coming back down onto Hentai Messiah. Will that be enough to kill? And that's a shutdown for Messiah, plus extra gold, while his teammates secure another kill for their team. 4-4 scoreline. But yeah, you were talking about yeah, but you were saying
Oh,
oh my
no,
God, we
I
have
got
another.
some more action down here.
That's more action. Jim McCain having to flash out, trying to stay alive. A plethora on the gank. Hook lands, and that will be another kill for plethora. 2-0. Unfortunately, his AD carry will not be having to kill this game just yet.
I don't know. ADC not coming in strong right here, going 2-0. The bot lane's in a little bit of trouble against this, but I really thought Hentai Messiah was going to make it out of there. But as you know, once Elise is able to go into spider form, she becomes untargetable on that. And that's what kind of just dropped down, and Hentai Messiah just could not do the damage.
Yeah, especially when Elise is known for being more bursty than sustained damage. Yeah, so her damage and in a quick succession can just take out all your HP bars.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying what?
No, I was just gonna say with Hentai Messiah, he was very squishy, even though like Pei was down 2 levels. It was 4 to 6 on that one, and he had all. So then Pei just kept going for it. It was like, nah, I'm gonna see if I can get this damage because of how squishy it is. But this drag is actually just gonna be given to the side of UCO Broncos.
The Broncos, yeah. But yeah, after all that action, I guess I'll finally get back onto your time. Oh, we have more action going on here. Duke Win getting stunned by Little Falcon, now exhausted once more. Plethora. Hook is good, and that will be another kill for Plethora. Pi and both Duke Win are kind of low, as Mr. C has to walk out of there in order to stay alive. Too many players. Varus is coming down from mid lane, though. Maybe he can clean up something here.
That was such a wild interaction though with Nautilus. He hooked him, but even though he hooked him all the way, the wall still got in between it just a little bit to stop him before he could get fully on top of Little Falcon. So that was really funny. I actually I've never seen that type of interaction with the wall and Nautilus before.
Now we have Nautilus on the run, a big boy on the run. Let's see if he can get out of there alive. We got Taco Hoarder actually. Is that a solo kill? And the hammer is good for the solo kill. As Jasmine comes, oh my God, big boy Tibbers getting dropped right on to Hentai Messiah, will just obliterate his HP bar before Toronto trades a kill onto Pi.
And
6-7 scoreline.
that's interesting. I see the AP item right here for the tome, which looks like Leandry's that it could build into, or going that route. But you are in the wrong jungle right now, Mistress E.
Yeah, right on top of a war. That's not how you want to go back, especially when the Nautilus and Ezra are still in lane. Now the Nautilus has 4 kills and also double buffs. I know Duck Win right now is mauling.
Hey, it's ADC Nautilus. I already told you off the rip. 4-0, got it down. He's got some Mobies looking kind of clean, being able to move around and spread this damage out. But for the bot lane, it's not looking so hot right now for the side of Team Fish Tacos.
Actually, what are your thoughts on the side of Team Fish Tacos?
So for that, I would say that it's not looking on their side of it. They are down about 2K gold in the drag, but I mean, if you focus more of these resources topside to pick up Herald, I actually think that it's a little bit better to get Herald, especially early on, compared to the first, maybe even two drags. Just really depends how your team's going, but they're actually in trouble here.
Yeah, Mr. C having to flash away from the cocoon in order to stay alive. TP coming in mid lane from Taco Hoarder. Orn gets rooted down. Unstoppable though. Pi is here. And that's going to be four members of UCO Broncos versus the three players in the mid
And
lane
what
as.
I think that they got to do on this for the side of Team Fish Taco is definitely start moving together as that was. Like Taco Hoarder came down to try and help because he thought he was in trouble. Jin McCain knows that he has ult. He's by himself right now.
Benz is already coming out early. Yeah, Alt is now out. Plethora still has his double buffs. Ooh, nice jukes from Jin McCain. Will allow him to stay safe and alive. Little Falcon coming in a little bit too deep. Has to flash there out of there in order to stay alive too.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be scale for the side of Little Falcon. I mean, as Vigar support, you're dropping the cage. Once he gets to team fights, they have a lot to hold people kind of there, and then let Kaisa and Varus like poke them down and also get the damage out. Compared to the side of UCO, UCO's is more of like, hey, we're gonna jump on top of them and then put all this damage out as much as we can. So for the side of Team Fish Taco, I would say that they just have to start moving together and start trying to work for some of these other objectives. I know Mrs. G is farming up a bit and has been trying to gank, as you see right here.
Oh, here we go. Alt has been dropped. Call of the Forge God is not here. Pi. Oh, Waldberg jumping in. Okay, Cattle Boys going straight onto Mr. C, and that's a kill for Pi. Call it the Forge God is good to kill OK Cattle Boys. Now Pi is the one with the double buffs, and also the last one alive out of there. I mean, for his team. Plethora diving little Falcon. Duke Win will be the first one. We'll finally get the first kill of his game as Plethora manages not to steal this one too.
I mean, you pop the stopwatch. You try your best, but I mean, with them having the minions on their side and not getting tower shots, and that you're able just to sit on and able to pick it up. But also, if you look mid, Jasmine does actually have five on his Magi's with Annie. So we'll kind of see if that can kind of just put out a little bit more damage because Hentai Messiah, as though lethal, very squishy.
But Tibbers has been dropped, and the Messiah's cleanse is not going to be enough to save him from big boy Tibbers. Mr. C actually gets his or her health bar also chunked down to half HP from Tibbers alone, which is kind of
And
crazy.
Hentai Messiah, I apologize for caster cursing you right there on the side of that to just drop down and make the Magi's nine off that kill because I mean I didn't even really see it, but Jasmine's level 10 and Hentai Messiah is level 7, I believe. So that's gonna be a big oh nine, a level 9 now. But just before that, I mean they're definitely a disparity right there in the levels and this is and minion count is definitely going to keep going up right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty big XP difference, about like 30 CS, give or take.
Yeah, and the best part actually for the side of Team Fish Taco is that Nautilus does have a bounty sitting at 400 gold. So most likely Nautilus will probably die sooner or later, being the support as they pick this drag up. So that you can already count on getting that 400 gold back to the side. And Duckwind, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Indeed, actually, he is putting a lot of damage into Jin McCain. Too close for comfort for Jin McCain to go back in there. But we do have Plethora on a 1v4, a lone fight right here. Oh, flash coming up from Kaiser in order to stay alive. Ults coming from both sides. Pi also flashing away for some reason. Duke wins, secures the kill onto Vigar. Jin McCain uses his cleanse onto an ability and unfortunately will go down. That is double kill for Ezreal now, 3-0 and 4.
And I thought that Fiesta was going to go to the side of Team Fish Taco, but UCO Broncos were able to respond very well to that because it was an elongated fight on the side of UCO. And they, for it to be able to go out that long, it worked out for them, able to get these kills and clean it up. Only a few casualties on their side.
Yeah, it was a little bit questionable from Jim McCain to stay so deep because Duck Wynn just kind of went over the wall and forced out I think he forced a flash. No, no, no. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jim
He
McKay
did
did
force it.
flash over the wall, and then he stayed a bit just trying to pick up a kill off of Plethora because, I mean, the 400 gold bounty was there. So went a little too deep, and then all of a sudden Duckwind is still sitting there because he's next to his tower, everything's chill, so all he does is just jump over, throw a Q, pick it up, and then boom, on to the next.
Hmm. I think also Jim McCain used her cleanse on a what ability was that? Was that an actual CC or was that just like some skill shot
I
that's getting thrown around?
believe, I think it was off of the not engage, but
Oh, well, goodbye, Hentai Messiah. That is a Tibbers that we dropped straight onto you, and another 5 stacks.
back to the side of Jazzman on the level 15 on the Magi's right now. So you're doing big damage, and it's very scary for Hentai Messiah. I mean, being an ADC already against mages that burst is tough because the second you're in range on them, you're most likely going to get either all your health chunked or a good freaking chunk of it down. Oh, here comes
Oh,
Jin King.
we got the Death's Charge, I believe, from Nautilus. His ultimate. Jim McCain trying to get out of there. Duck went through in a lot of Qs, and the hook is good for Duke Win to get another kill. Very nice play from Plethora. While top side, we have a gank coming in from Pi. Call out the Forge God is coming through. Knocks Pi up, and a flash from Taco Hoarder will be good for him to get out of there alive.
And now the kills are still going. I mean, that was a full range pull from the side of Plethora. And Jin McCain and Little Falcon just need to know that they can't push this, even though they have the cage. Like, once you're out over in that range, like, Not will have his ult up instantly because of how small the cooldown is. And it's just going to be constant fights. The cage can only save you for so long.
And indeed.
Oh, it's Mr. C, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, Duke went hopping in a little bit early, but Mr. C is pretty squishy. Jasmine doesn't have Tibbers, and it looks like Jim McCain will actually be the one who gets that double kill there. That is unfortunate for Duke Went to just go right into the face of Mr. Z.
And Mr. G, I take back what I said. Wrong or right place and right time for your team to pick up that double kill right there. So, great play, great time on that. Able to get the kills and a little bit of reverse caster curse there for him because able to make it out. I really thought it was just gonna be a quick cleanup and bounce, but I mean, look at Jasmine again, sitting at 19 stacks though still on the Magi's, and that's a lot of damage, especially sitting at 6-1. It has the rocket belt, has the sorcerer boots for the magic pen, and I'm scared to see what comes next right now. But with the Annie, you do have some mobility, so but I believe with Mistress G and a little combination of some cages and Taco Hoarder, they might be able to pick up the shutdown later on.
And shut down on to Taco Hoarder as he is still 2-0, hasn't died yet. We got 3 players up here. Call the Forge God comes through and knocks up 3 members, but I don't think that will be enough. Yeah, his unstoppable. Oh, he does secure a very nice play coming from
Sneaky,
Pi.
sneaky spider. Just getting out of that, making him untargetable, playing with death just to maybe flex a little to the casters, be like, I'm still alive.
Yes, I'm still alive indeed. That's okay, okay, Cattle Boys. I don't know if you want to be diving a Volibear, but I guess they do have enough burst damage to out sustain a Volibear. And I guess okay, Cattle Boys. He had his ultimate, which is interesting. I thought he would use it in this fight, but seems like he didn't. He chose not to.
Yeah, I mean, he probably just saw it was like that. It was like, it's just better just to die here, and then when I get back up, we'll figure it out. And here comes another engage.
Yep, there isn't really much to cast there. Plethora finds himself caught out with his pants down, and a very nice ultimate from Hentai Messiah will secure a kill for their team.
And this is another drag for the side of Team Fish Taco. And honestly, this is a really close game, even though I think the side of UCO Broncos is working a little bit together more compared to the side of Team Fish Taco.
Team Fish Tacos can manage to bring back the teamwork. They could come back and roll the game and put the game
Well,
into their hands.
they started on the hill up, like they're going. They're only down about 2K gold here. They have 2 drags. They're just down kills. Messiah just knows he has to play a little bit more careful because it's like instant kill season for Jasmine, and Jasmine feels like just run around and just do what he wants because I mean 6-1 sitting with 19 on his Magi is like super confident walking around this Summoner's Rift right here.
Yeah, especially when that Tivers gets dropped onto you. Ooh, Taco Hoarder, Cocoon stuns, and Call of the Forge Guard is not being dropped. Only knocks up, oh, actually knocks up Plethora. That's a weird interaction here. Mr. C way too deep into the team fight. He'll be the first one to fall, into Messiah has now slain Plethora. Taco Hoarder very low on HP. OK Cataboy is doing his best, and Duke Ren will be the one to finish off Taco Hoarder as this team fight, I believe, ends. Now that's 2-4-1.
That's something you don't want in general, but also, oh no.
Oh, that is not what you want to see. Nice play coming from OK Cataboys, though, as the flash and stun will be enough for Duke Quinn to come out, come through the wall, and do some more damage to secure the kill on to Jen McCain.
I mean, Ice Bear go Burr and Ice Bear go fast. And right now, he's rocked up as Nacho Libre in this game. So he's just all about it. He's all about the action. He wants the smoke. Okay, Cattle Boys might not want this one, though.
Yeah, might not win this one. Indeed, he stays a little bit too long, trying to get the inhibitor, but Mr. C also is going to be staying a little bit too long. Duke Win doing a ton of damage, and that will be enough damage to take down Mr. C for another kill. 8-1-6 now.
Man, they just want that shutdown. I mean, that shutdown on the Ezreal, who's already so big, and just because every combo that he lands, as long as Ezreal lands his W and then hits a Q, like you're getting chunked huge right now with how much damage you have, and it's only going to get a little worse as Duckwind scales even more and more throughout the game. Progressing right now because Jasmine, I'm telling you, just feels on top of the world. 23 stacks, almost maxed out, chilling out. Almost died in that last team fight though. So side of Team Fish Taco is just so close every time I'm getting kills, and it just by the skin of their teeth, not able to pick it up.
Now we got a group in the spot lane, 3 players for the side of UCO Bronchos. Team Fish Tacos is also here. Oh, Pi is going to be the first one to get caught out, and Pi will also be the first one to die out of this team fight. Mr. C running in very, very deep against a very tanky, and oh my God, Duke Win just doing so much damage, getting himself a double kill.
And that is another interaction that Team Vizago does not want on that. It was super weird with the Nautilus grab right there because right like he was going right about to grab it, and as soon as he about to grab it, Duckwin picks up the kill, so it just moved him forward. But Duckwin is huge right now, and Jasmine is also huge. 10-1, 6-1. Jin McCain, don't know if you want to do that to this Ice Bear.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Jim McCain does like okay Cataboys, but that was only because 2 of his teammates came. But when that big boy Volibear jumps onto you, I don't think you really have a way out of that scenario.
Hey, Jim McCain, they got the coordination. They said, yeah, shut up, that Woo Brandon. Like, we know what we're doing. So they were able to pick it up. And that's one thing, one step closer. I mean, Volley's also 0-6 right now, though, with the deaths. So he is just taking more of that tanky role. But it's really weird to see Seeker's arm guard on this Volley Bear. But this AP Varus does not seem to be kind of working out the way they want to. They have the upgraded items coming in from Ornn, so that's going to be huge for the side of Team Fish Taco to where even though they are kind of behind, they're still able to get these 3 upgraded items to their team to then help everybody out. So Ornn also has this upgraded item as well. So let's actually take a look on it. It is Eye of Ludin is actually pretty sick for the name of the upgraded item. And then also is Rim Forged Grasp. That's kind of heat too. I don't know. I like the new names on those 2 upgraded items. So hopefully we see a little bit other ones for Kraken Slayer and also for the Stride Breaker coming in. Oh, here comes the snare.
Is this going to be the death of Jazzman? He drops his timbers before he goes down, but that is not enough to save him as Kaisa will be the one to secure that kill. Now Dragon will be given the advantage to the side of Team Fish Tacos.
And now with all that damage.
Mr. C going in very, very deep without his teammates. That's not what you want to see from the engaged tank. But okay, Cataboys will... Oh, I guess he lags out of the team fight. And now Taco Hoarder trying to do his best to get away from Tukuwen, which is all the slows, everything, all the abilities. That's got to be so annoying to play against. And a flash from Tukuwen, will that be enough? Actually hits him through the minions with that last Q. And that's... Yeah, now Tukuwen is now legendary.
And with Taco Hoarder going down, they lose another big tank. Oh my god, but here's another ult.
Pi will be going towards the skies, waiting for his team to come in, and he'll be going in too. Little Falcon dropping the outplay button on her. That'll be a kill secured. Duke Wind doing so much damage with his double buffs too now. 13 and 1, 700 bounty.
And my mind might be too small for this, but Hentai Messiah just getting the ultimate haste on his cooldowns right now, able to throw out another ult before the other fight. So that's another huge thing for the side of AP Varus. But this drag will be going to the side of UCO Broncos. And with Taco Hoarder going down, I thought on the backside they were going to engage because it was a 3v2. So I thought something else was going to happen, but they just didn't seem to move on it. And Duckwind is now at 13 and 1 with Shirelia's Grudge, as you said, with the slow, just super tough. And now that he has actually, what's it called? I can't even think of the name. Quicksilver Slash, yeah, QSS. As long as he has QSS, like they're not going to be able to stop him now because he can jump out of the circle, he can or out of the cage, and then he can also get out of any stun.
And there we go. Let's see this damage come out. Duke Wind dropping. That is the little time stop, whatever
The
thingy.
stopwatch from Duckwood is very crucial to keep him alive right there. 14 and 1 though. He's just a monster. I mean, it's really hard. Like your goal is definitely like we have to kill him first. But then there's also Jazzman back with 19 stacks on his Magi. So and then like two beefy boys with him and then uh Pay who just becomes untargetable half the time. It's really hard to go against them right now. There is still a path. Inhib's down mid, so they're able to farm up a little bit more minions through that wave. But with them all here splitting the XP, it's not so hot with them also on the side of UCO Bronco kind of moving towards Baron right now.
Yeah, looks like Baron might go uncontested here. Actually, Team Fish Tacos will be making towards a move. Trundle makes contact with Pi. So this dragon, I mean, this Baron pit doesn't have any smite in it right now. Oh, actually, Pi is starting to move towards it. So there's a free Baron for UCO Bronchos.
Oh man, and here comes the Baron buff in a bit. So they know it's going to come down. They know they're going to push out these waves. The vision control is just insane for the side of UCO Bronchos. Like vision wins games. It's just what happens. They know where they can move around. They know where they need to be. They know where the enemy team is. Like it's really hard for the side of Team Fish Tacos to kind of get their feet down in this when every part of the jungle and every part of mid is just has vision and they just know where you are the whole time.
Yeah, everything is covered up. And now everybody has gone back and kind of reset and grabbed their items. This final push might be enough to just end the game.
It's looking like this is they're gonna kind of group up here and see what they can do. But the side team's talking knows they have this towers on their side for a bit, but have to watch out for Cattle Boy.
Yeah, Duke went chunking so much of Mistress Yi's HP, but he's gonna try to get there a lot. But Call of the Forge God, oh my God, cleanse coming through will be enough to allow Duke to throw some more abilities at Kai'Sa and absolutely obliterate the HP bar. Hentai Masai going a little bit too deep, triple kill for Duke Wen. Now Hataka Hoarder, the last remaining player of his team, is trying to do as much as he can, but a double kill from Jazzman will be enough to secure an ace
And
and
those are
probably the
the
game.
two that are able to pick it up. I mean, Jazzman and Duckman just doing crazy damage, able to finish it out right here on this first game that we have with Team Fish Tacos and UCO Broncos. So Team Fish Tacos looks like that they're going to be dropping to 1-6, and UCO Broncos will be dropping to 2-4. So that was it for the first game. We got two more games coming up for you. With the next game will be Devils Never Die, and we got PQ next. So stick with us right now. We will be right back for you. And yeah, we'll just see you in a bit. Do you have any words for them, Curry?
I mean, just very well played from both sides. The game was pretty much even until until mid game around ish, where I believe UCO Bronchos, their teamwork, their vision control, everything just came together very well and cohesively, and they just kind of snowballed and won the game together.
All right, and now on to the next one. We will see you guys in a bit.
Slight problem. I don't think I can see the game. Okay, yeah, now it's working. Now it's working. Yeah, so that is the blue side. So we got Holy Spartan playing the Sign on the top side, Igno PS playing Gragas in the jungle, Fonzo on a Corki in the mid lane, Das the Man's playing Jinx as the AD carry, and at Hayabusa Taicho. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, playing Galio support. Mm. And this is an interesting team comps from both sides. Well, what are your thoughts on these team comps? And here we go. Rel taking a little bit of a chunk on her HP as Hayabusa and Dustman to level 2 first, but it's nothing much as Rel knowing her shields and her HP bar. And actually, we have Nocturne playing topside, and this is a ton of damage right here from PQ Ganks. Even though Holy Spartan is a level above, Flash coming out from PQ Ganks, that is first blood as he just runs Holy Spartan down the lane. Oh, but will Holy Spartan be able to return the kill? And unfortunately, Cyan is not fast enough to do so. Yeah, that little trail does give him a little bit extra movement speed, so he will be a bit faster, which allows him to auto attack you, slap you, and right in your butt cheeks as you're running away. And bot side is just once again, it's just a battle. Oh, Ignopius finds PQ Soul, and let's see who will be the victor of this fight. Seems like Ignopius will be trying to go over the wall, but unfortunately it'll be PQ Soul who blocks it, and nothing will come out of that fight. But we do have Hayabusa already roaming up here from the bot side, as that is quite an interesting play. Now I guess his job is to rotate back bot lane? Question mark. Ooh, but it might hurt himself as he gets caught out by PQ, him, and Brizzo. Actually, no, they might be able to turn this around as Das Demands does hit the chain chompers and the empowered auto attacks blasting away the HP bars. Trouble is what is spelled in that situation right there as three players just jumped onto him. Oh, here we go. Pew Gangs has hit level 6. Let's see if he'll be able to. Oh, the slight attack speed actually allows PQ Gangs to kill Holy Spartan, but Holy Spartan will trade the kill back with his passive. And that Predator will also help contribute to his burst damage when he drops those barrel combos and also just going in, allowing him to speed him up a bit more. And Ignopius, like you said, charging and oh, Flash coming out here onto PQ ganks from Ignopius. I don't know if that'll be enough though, as Ignopius has been feared off of this fight. Now PQ Soul coming in here, level 6, as opposed to Ignopius is level 5. Let's see if he'll be able to do here. So Holy Spartan getting his HP bar chunked down to about half. Ganks using that spell shield, blocks Holy Spartan's Q very, very nicely. And now Holy Spartan getting feared once again, but it looks like he'll say hello to PQ Gangs as he's facing the side of PQ Gangs when he got feared. Shockwave from Henny 7. It won't too much to Fonso. I guess Fonso is either just that tanky or Yana just hasn't hit her power spikes yet. You see? That is true. He is quietly farming, and Jinx is known to be a hyper carry as she snowballs into the late game. What are your thoughts on her if she gets hyper fed like Ezreal last game? And Igno PS unfortunately whiffing his barrel combo onto Henny 7 as Henny 7 does a little bit of a happy feet and just kind of jukes out Igno PS. And PQ Ganks going straight on it to Fonso, and that is going to be a kill secured for PQ Ganks. Easy kill secured, actually. Is it apparently? Oh, let's see. Okay, wait. I think your mic might actually be muted here. From yeah, it's either my mic or your mic. I think. Oh, that is
All
quite
right. Well, that
unfortunate.
is unfortunate, y'all. I was giving some great insight. I would like to say on my behalf, and that's why I was kind of quiet for a bit because I was going on like a longer tangent. So I am back. Thank you guys for helping us out there.
Yes. Now we can get back to casting. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys.
Well, I guess I
But
could
yeah.
say how I thought the team comps are gonna go right now, since half of everything I said was just not on there, and that is also my bad, y'all. But uh, I would say for the side of D&D, Devils Never Die, their whole entire key is to just kind of wait till Fonzo scales up, wait till Ignopia scales up, just wait for their team to scale up, and then have these engages to kind of happen on that side with Scion and Galio able to jump in to follow up on that ult. But PQ has a very good comp for them to just jump on you at that point because they have the rail volley. It's really hard to get out of it and to chase. Really hard to get out of it, especially with an Ori ball bringing you all together.
Yeah, here we go. Dragon is now up. We see some pings from the blue side going towards it. But this might be quite unfortunate as Volibear, Rel, and Kai'Sa are still around this area too. And both mid laners are making their move. TP coming in from the bot side turret as now PQ Soul's getting engaged on. Has to jump out of there with his ultimate. Flash is coming from both Brizzle and Soul as Holy Spartan gets right into the fight. And looks like Galio will be caught out quite a bit here. Ooh, huge barrel blast Bristol right back into the fight as not before she drops her shockwave. Now we have Galio coming back into the fight with Hero's entrance as Dasta Man slays PQ Ham. Now PQ Soul will go down. Henny 7, one of the two, oh no, actually Henny 7, yeah, one of the last two players for his team still alive has to flash over the wall in order to stay alive. And now PQ Ganks might get caught out here as Holy Spartan and Hayabusa were making their moves towards him. But it looks like they will play it safely and then just take Dragon and secure their wins, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, right there, I mean, the tough part is that Fonzo's not there. That's another damage output. Even though he only has his mana being built right now, it's still the extra damage they need to then put into these fights. But with him by himself, PQ Ganks was able just to pick him up easily, especially sitting at a fat level 11 right now. So for him just able to, that's why when Darkness hit, everyone was still fighting each other up there, and you're like, whoa, where's that coming from? He was over in the other jungle fighting Fonzo off. And if PQ Ganks was there, I think it would have been a way different of a fight too as well because his damage output to be able to jump on anyone, kill the back row, ignore all these front lane big people in front of him, and get onto these fights. So whenever PQ Ganks and they have these next kind of fights, it's gonna kind of be reliant on him right now, sitting at 4-1, to then take this lead and make it bigger.
Bigger indeed. And now we are slowly transitioning from early game into mid game. So far, most of the items haven't been built, but what do you think is going to be like the main items for each person?
Well, for the side of Galio, it looks like he's actually building a locket, so they're going to be able to survive the burst a little bit more to counteract or he's damage coming out, or Nocturne even jumping on to the team and to put a big shield on everyone because they're probably predicting that they're going to all just jump onto him with their team comp and figure it out, especially down in this bot lane.
And jump onto them. Indeed, Brizzle and PQ Ham, unfortunately, not going to be the victors of that trade, but they'll be
And
doing their best.
for the side, I'm really interested on what Henny Seven's going to be going right now because I mean he has the tier, he has that built like it's going to be a Seraph staff at the end of the day, but on the side with the codex that he has, it could go any which way, and I'm trying. It looks like he's going more damage, and we have a fight up here.
Yeah, we have a fight up here as combos are being dropped. PQ ganks very, very low, and the shutdown will go for Corky. Command Shockwave will be enough to just drag them away from PQ Soul as his Volibear has that low HP. And now, I guess, looks like Scuttle will be taken.
It was a bad time for PQ Ganks. I mean, just right there, Caster cursed him again. I'm sorry. I guess it just carries with me everywhere. As soon as I said that, he goes down. And it was just an unfortunate play, wrong time. A lot of people were surrounded by them, and they were just able to get caught out on that one, sadly, for the side of PQ.
And
And right now they're
Fox.
actually getting Herald too for the side of DND. So DND is actually going to be picking up this Herald. They're going to be able to take it to siege some of these towers that is not as strong of their suit for sieging towers as PQ is with their volley bear on that. So deciding on what lane they're going to bust up is going to be pretty interesting. Oh, in mid lane, it seems it's going to be that, as I said right here, where they're going to take this tower actually with that charge. Oh, nope, still alive by one.
Oh, but that is first turret down. PQ Soul a little bit too deep once again, and Fonso has slain PQ once again for 2 kills
That's the
of
damage you
this
gotta
first
watch
half.
out for. Like your car right there, he's gonna slow you down a little bit, hitting these little rockets, and then he's gonna just do the damage. And if you think you're gonna get away, he just flies towards you, which is used more for either engaging on top of teams or also used to escape a bit. So it's a very strong ability for Corky.
Like you said, Jinx has been farming up very, very slowly. Her damage has been increasing very slightly. I saw her in lane just obliterating, just bullying Britzel and Yuham under tower. Now they've also secured a tower for themselves.
And when you see Ham come up, the thing about Rel is like all Rel will really be doing to you is engaging. So you can kind of watch out for that, for that side. But Hayabusa is able to land taunts, able to throw out his Q onto him, and PQ Gangs wants this or not.
But now, but now Ganks, I don't know if he even does any more damage to Holy Spartan. We saw him throw a bit of auto attacks. Oh, we got a Hex Flash coming out here onto Dastaman's Shockwave. Hero's entrance coming down. Will it be enough to save Dastaman's? Nice kiting from Dastaman's. That will get him a kill as Henny 7 will be the last player. But we got PQ Ganks coming charging in from the top side. Flash in from Igno Pierce and also a counter flash from Gangs over the wall will allow him to survive for a bit. But once again, that is one fast Gragas. And PQ Soul coming in, gets taunted down, but his aggressive play will be enough to scare off Igno Pierce and Fonso from engaging onto PQ Soul, or PQ Ganks, I mean.
Yeah, I mean on that one, they just didn't do enough damage early with the Ori volley. Oh, here comes Fonzo. And
And, oh my
oh
god.
my gosh, what did I say, guys? What did I say about this damage from a Corky? Like now it's getting 18 minutes in. They're pushing the mid game. They're going a little bit later into it. Everyone's kind of a little bit slower because there's only been 2 drags taken right now, but the next drag actually will be taken to the side of D&D. It's looking like with all 3 of them there. And we're in for an exciting game right now because it's 30K to 29K, only up a drag, only up 2 kills, like both very tight game, and it can go any side.
Any side, indeed. Slight advantage for Devils Never Die. Of course, those extra dragons will be there to help him out. Dastamez might get caught out here, actually. You ham going a little bit too ham, gets taunted up and knocked out. Dastamez dropping that little chain chompers, and you ham is once again slowed. But they are very, very tanky boys. Igno PS is just straight up running them down. Actually, chooses not to, which is a smart move as multiple players from PQ
Yeah,
could
he's
be just
sitting
hiding
at
around the
with his
corner.
Dark Soul too. When he has Dark Soul at 5 or Dark Seal, so he has his Dark Seal. He doesn't want to just kind of go in there, but he was hungry for it. He has Predator. He wants to just jump in there and just big fast.
Oh, here we go. PQ Gank smited. Fear will come through, I think. Ganks actually uses his ultimate here. This is a little bit interesting. PQ Soul on the sideline. Is there to defend Gank so that he can get out of there alive?
Man, and they just couldn't chase because they don't know what's on that other side. Like that's another thing is like this vision that you have to have down so that you can either say like okay keep going with the fight or like pull off. Because in that like there was another volleyball hiding in the bush which they didn't know, and if Dostamans checked it with his face, like Dostamans just gets taken out right there.
one bite from PQ Soul, and that's the man's is back to the fountain.
Exactly. And what it's looking like right now, I mean, Corky's scaling up great. His CS is actually behind through a couple people on the side of PQ. So, I mean, Ori's having a great time, and damage it is what they're doing by
Oh,
going this Luden's Echo.
here we go. We have PQ Soul and PQ Gangs on this top side. Das the Man's is doing his best to try to stay alive here. Hero's entrance knocks up, and Das the Man's will get a kill. Actually, it'll be Hayabusa to get a second kill to keep his AD carry alive. Now PQ Ham and Henny 7 getting dived under tower. Henny 7 having to flash out of there, trying to stay alive. Big shockwave, but unfortunately, I don't think it'll be enough to save his team. Actually, Igno PS is very low on HP, and looks like Britzel would flash ender to get himself a kill as Ham will try to get out of there alive. Henny 7 is still kiting himself, doing a little bit of action in his top side by himself as Ham gets out of there safely.
So many flashes. So many flashes. The only one that still has flash is PQ Soul right now. And then, I mean, Hextech Flash. I mean, obviously, you're going to have like every other second. But, geez, like there's so many flashes that were used right there and then engaged. And it worked out for the side of D&D. And I felt like the tower was just tickling them. Like everybody that was going there, like this level difference is just getting a little out of hand, I guess, for the side for these towers. But I didn't think it was that big of a deficit right now for them to just sit under tower like that because all the levels are pretty scattered around. But it seems that they're just a little bit tankier. And the tough part for the side of PQ is that they do have these jumps on, they do have these engages, but for the side of D&D, they have CC like little knockups that throw you off a lot of things.
Yeah, they do have a lot of peel, and PQ Soul is just going in there. Hayabusa looks like to be catching him out. Taunt comes through, and now PQ Soul trying to get out of there alive safely. Has the shield, but ooh, nice play
That
from Magnum PS will prevent him from getting over the wall.
that interaction was very interesting. I just thought it was really interesting on that interaction right there. Almost made it out. Just maybe a little bit more forward. The blast current would have sent him over. Tough break. Almost saw the light. But now it looks like they're rotating over to then look at Henny 7. But Henny 7 will probably get out of it. And the Baron has been started.
Has been started. Holy Spartan doing his best as the tanky boy to zone off. And they know PQ Soul just came up, so they do have some time before they can they have a secure Baron pit.
They're doing a lot of damage, and it's kind of going down pretty quick. So something's got to happen.
Oh, okay, and it looks like blue team will be the one to secure Baron Nashor. That is a huge advantage going for that was never die now.
With an early Baron going at 23 minutes right now, it's with how the state of the game is going. It's pretty good for everybody because they're able to push these lanes out and get more of the sieging power onto these towers. But especially with drag coming up in just a bit, it's going to be a little bit tougher for the side of oh my gosh, of PQ.
Yeah. Holy Spartan has come now. Yeah, Dragon is up in about a few seconds here. And Galio's a little bit late, but I believe he does have his hero's entrance to get into that fight. And Fonso is just doing his best to zone off Yuham.
Yeah, Kotsky, Rel has been going pretty deep for no reason on some of these things. So that's definitely something that you're going to be watching right now because the side of Hayabusa, I mean, he's been able, like running Galio support is such a great utility whenever you're not losing lane bad. He's able to move around the map. He's able to help people out. He's able to taunt people when they think that they want to go in. So the second Rel goes in, it's like, okay, cool, you got me for a second, but now it's time to turn it back to you. And then Galio just taunts you back, throws the spell shield on him with it. It's a very strong and oppressive lane. Oh, and here comes more things happen to this tower, which they probably will pick it up, especially with their Baron having this huge cannon minion from 50 feet away just chunking this tower.
Yeah, shooting those big
One
boy
cannon
Baron
minion in a
towers.
dream, y'all. One cannon minion in a dream.
Oh, huge shockwave though. Now we have PQ Ganks going all the way in, and that'll be a shutdown for himself. Holy Spartan knocking up Yuham as Yuham goes in once more. Henny 7 trying to do his best too to do some damage. PQ Soul is now in the team fight frontlining for his team. Holy Spartan taking a few more tower hits. That's not what you want as the tank, but we still got Fonso and Hayabusa up. Fonso getting a engaged on by two members, the fear will be enough. CC as Ganks will get himself a kill and also allow Bristle to secure a kill. Last remaining player, Holy Spartan, trying to run away on his big boy feet, but it seems like that smite will come through, and now PQ Soul and Ganks will be running towards him right under tower, and that is the kill for PQ Ganks. What a
He
turnaround!
said, "Give me that ace, boy." That's what just happened right here. Holy Spartan just running around like a little baby. I always think whenever I see Scion die, I think of it as like a little big baby running around, type thing. Just trying to beat you up and pummel you to death because he does hurt. Like that version of Scion does hurt a lot with him chasing you down. So when he gets on top of you, you're like, whoa, whoa, these punches hurt. So the shift of gold is still to the side of D&D, but only by 0.2, so only about like 200 gold right now. 3 drags up the side of D&D, but with PQ taking that's huge gold back to their side because all those bounties were just adding up. And they weren't huge bounties, but they were just good, like solid 300 gold bounties. So that's at least one item that you go back into it and building back onto your team to then get all this gold influx there because there goes the Seraph Staff for the side of Ori. Right now, we got everyone getting big, beefy, and everyone tanking up as much as they can. But Ganks over here sitting with Stridebaker. Very strong pick for a lot of top laners right now. But Fonzo does need to worry about on the side of PQ that doesn't happen again because he needs to keep his distance. And once you see him go in with his W, then it's like, all right, you're in trouble, bud.
Yeah, now power specs are being hit as this game is slowly transitioning in from mid game to late game as items are being bought. Yeah, like you said, and so far no objectives are up.
Because there's
It's
also
just
not a lot of AP coming from the side of D&D. So, I mean, Corky does have it a little bit there. He has his sorcerer boots, like everything goes the way, but he's really AD reliant right now with his build that he has. So the side of D&D doesn't have a lot of AP output, especially with Galio going tank. And they have the Knight's Vow, actually, which you don't see a lot going for their second item.
and the barrel. Oh, Henny 7 flashing out of there. PQ Kings drops his ultimate. Now they're all nearsighted. He's gonna just go in by himself straight onto the Jinx. And yeah, that's a shutdown gold. A volley bear.
Oh
Everybody's just
my
hopping in
god.
way too deep into the fight. You ham flashing straight out of there, I believe. And now Volibear low on HP. PQ looks to be the one losing this team fight. Holy Spartan has to flash out of there in order to stay alive. Dastamans is still full on HP, and along with Fonzo, they are still the big damage dealers, alive and ready to be fighting.
Oh man, that was just one thing jumping on another, just putting their hands on top of it. It's like whenever you're trying to choose sides on who hits and who, in baseball, when you're trying to see who bats and who catches first, just putting their hands on top of each other with one dunk, the next dunk over and over again. So those animations are kind of going crazy for it to only end up with still 14-13. So for all that to kind of happen, it looked a lot crazier than the stuff that was going down. So drag will be up in a bit, and let's actually see if we can put these back up for us, guys, because I don't know who's running this, but doesn't have it on, man.
Yeah, like you said, there was a Clown Fiesta dog pile right over there, and both sides still came out really even, so I found that pretty funny. But yeah, Dragon is now up in 10 seconds. This will put Devil Never Dies onto Soul Point, or it would just give another Dragon for PQ.
I mean, PQ's loved this Dragon Pit. Like, their comp loves the Dragon Pit. Like, that's what you want. Like, you want the other team inside of it, but they're just trying to burst it down.
And yeah, they will secure that Dragon from themselves. That was a very, very quick Dragon. And here we go.
Oh, here
PQ
comes
Ganks dropping his
Ganks.
ultimate onto Fonso. He's going to get pushed away as Igno P is trying to do his best to stay alive. Holy Spartan is so deep into the fight. Now we got Hero's Entrance coming out from Hayabusa. Unfortunately, Holy Spartan and Hayabusa are not the damage dealers, so they will not be able to do much in terms of HP bars. Fonso and Dastamans have now come back into the team fight. Unfortunately, it is quite late as only kill trades will come out. Actually, no, Igno Pius will be another one down for Devil Will Never Die. So that is a 2-for-1 for this team fight.
Yeah, and it's 15-15 now. Drag's still up. I mean, Drag was down back to the side of PQ. And No, hey, I got you, PQ Twitch TV. I was about to say it. I was right about to say how Rel timed it perfectly to where if Gragas was going to try and fly in, that would have been the perfect time for Rel to actually jump over and then slam down on it perfectly. So I was going to give the props. Don't worry. I put support in there. But when you int, just how it goes. But that was perfectly executed for the side of PQ UHAM.
You ham went ham and cheese right there onto Ignopius, preventing him from getting over that wall. And let's
And
see if he can go ham once again.
And this is vision. It's all vision battles right now. Like they know that like when a fight goes down, if it swings one side too hard, like it could be over for them. With them trying to take the lead and then start stepping on people's throats because it's just gonna be who can see where, who can catch people out. Can we dive on this person 4 man in? Can we jump on that person? Can we do this? Where's everybody at? That's what everyone's asking right now, figuring it out. So very tense situation right now on this rift.
Very tense.
Then PQ Ganks is just chilling in the corner, just chilling down bot, picking up some towers. Nice little vacation while the other team gets Baron right now.
Yeah, he does have TP, so he can TP in here anytime that he wants. And the
Just
turret has
like
been
that, here it
destroyed.
comes. Man, that was quick. That was actually a really fast TP. Jeez. What a guy.
Yeah. What a guy. He's just ready for his team anytime. He just has that TP button, has the map on his has the mini map just like straight up full screen onto his. Okay, but here we go. Yuham is getting engaged on. We do have ganks coming in straight onto Font. So while Volibear jumps straight on to Dasta Mans, it looks like this team fight is going to be trying to go towards Fonso as Fonso gets absolutely his bar HP bar obliterated by the shockwave. And now PQ Ham and PQ Ganks are trying to do his best. Hayabusa is trying to do his best to stay alive. And Holy Spartan, the last remaining tank of his team, doing his best to maybe try to turn something around. But he is a tanky boy and not one that deals damage. And so he will fall, and that'll be ace.
And that's all
PQ.
just execution. That is just straight up execution on the team of PQ because they were out of position. Uham was about to get blown up. Everyone was coming around. But then Ganks was like, perfect timing for me to jump on Fonzo. Fonzo came in. Then there comes freaking, what's it called? Uham back in there. I think it was Soul. Yeah, Soul comes in, jumps on there. Like, it was just one after another coordinating where they needed to get. Because you need to kill Fonzo and you need to kill Das Demands. Those are the two that you want to kill mainly. Ignopius is there, also putting out damage, but it's not as much as coming from the Fonzo and Dostamans as the two main carries on their team right now. And this is not consolation bracket. This is plat capped week 9, just before quarterfinals. So this is the game going on right now, which is D&D and PQ. Quarterfinals will be next time for the plat capped. Right now, they're just finishing up their games. And the CS is great actually for the side of PQ right now. PQ Brizzle about to hit that 300. Henny 7 about to hit that 300 too. We got PQ Gangs hitting that 200. Like everyone's there, but the two main carries on the side of D&D have it. Fonzo and Dasamans both hitting there with their CS.
Level difference is still sparse. I mean, PQ Yuham is 5 levels below Henny 7. It's kind of crazy. And Hayabusa is even lower on that. Jesus.
And
Yeah,
that's
but the
one tower down. They're just battle of beefy boys right now.
yeah, Hayabusa and Holy Spartan doing a little bit of damage, trying to frontline for their team. That's making sure Dastamans and Alfonso has to stay alive for these team fights.
I will also never understand how Volley's always so tanky, like no matter what. And he only has like Dead Man's and Chem Tank right now. He doesn't even finish his Spectral. Like he has a Spectre and like he's just so tanky if you look at the bars right there.
My God, yeah, that is one thick boy. Now, PQ Gangs dropping his ultimate. Will not be using it just yet. A little bit of a fake out as I guess they're trying to move towards Dragon.
Yeah, it's going right now because it's up. We're gonna see because this is Soul Point fight right here. They're melting it down.
And here we go. We got Sign already dropping in. Big Barrel actually stuns PQ Ganks and puts him out of the fight. Now we have Fonzo going into the back line. PQ Soul jumping straight back on it to Fonzo. Bristle out here alone by himself. And Soul will be good enough to kill Fonzo. And Soul will be one of the last two players remaining for his team as Ignopius, Hayabusa, and Holy Spartan try to do their best in that team fight, try to keep Fonzo and Dustman's alive, but they once again have fallen back to Fountain.
Yeah, I mean, but they're able to pick up drag. That's a huge thing right now. So now both sides are literally on soul point. So like when no matter what, in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, there will be another fight. No matter what, in that time there will be another fight. So it really just depends on to the side of D&D and the side of PQ on what they want to focus on right now. I know PQ is going to want to push out the lanes, want to try and get a little bit more vision out there whenever it gets closer to the time to put the vision down. But they're just going to put out these push out the lanes and then make sure that both sides don't get caught out and play kind of int pretty much at this time because they both know that they all need coordination in these team fights for both sides to come out on top. And the side of D&D knew that they were down a man on that, so they went in for the fight, and it worked out.
Uh, yeah, this game is now slowly transitioning into late game. Items, pretty much almost everybody's build's been complete now.
And the side of, I mean, Kaisa at this time, it's 36 minutes in, Kaisa sitting at 307. Like, you're feeling pretty good with your build right now, especially because he had the GA. So sadly, it did go down on that last one, but we'll have it later. Kraken Slayer is going to be huge for him right now. That's why he picked it up. Very strong pick. What are your predictions on this next like big fight? Like, who do you think takes it? The side of D&D or the side of PQ?
I actually don't know. It's really hard because we've seen from both of the team fights if D&D actually figures out how to peel off ganks and soul from their carries, Fonso and Dallas demands, then that team fight should just be easy peasy lemon squeezy. But then once again, ganks has been showing a ton of showing like his ability to just, I guess, in the middle of chaos, go straight onto either Das demands or Fonzo and just obliterating their HP bars with that burst damage. And same with PQ Soul, like that volley bear, when he jumps onto either Fonzo or Das demands, that is pretty much one kill secured for himself. And
And
yeah,
this is the
that
dance around. I mean, the tension is high. PQ's up in gold, tied in towers, tied in drags. Like, and they have the CS on the board. Like, it is just up to execution right now. And I don't know, I'm just getting excited because, like, a 37-minute fight, like, it's either going to go really quick or it's going to go really long on how the fight lasts.
Yeah, and it's these games usually for me, like I'm just always like, dude, if I win this game, oh my God, it's just gonna feel so good. All the dopamine rushes, oh my God. So I'm pretty sure everybody here right now is just, yeah, like you said, high tensions. They just want to win this game and just get that nice, fresh release of dopamine.
Because a lot of people watching actually like whenever the difference between a match set up between people and you like rolling in solo queue or even just flex fives, like that's a whole different feel compared to like so these teams both like put out their metas, like put out their like team comps that they want, and then they coordinate against other people that are used to coordinating as a team. So both sides are just playing against like both teams know that there's another team that wants to win. And that's whenever you start seeing like the beautiful League of Legends right here. When you start seeing the high intensity plays, like them wanting it, who wants it, push pull, like that's what we just love watching as a team. I mean, you playing, you want to win, but watching like this is the moments you live for.
These are the moments you live for, and it seems like we're going to have an ARAM before objectives are out. No, actually, Baron has finally gone up, and it looks to be PQ trying to regain vision control, and they
And they're just
actually
going for
started.
it.
Yeah, they're just going for it. So it's quite a risky play as now all of D&D are slowly making their way up. And Rat Team actually secures the Baron for free. Like let's see if Igno PS. Oh, that is a that's a bad barrel. A crucial barrel that is needed. And Ganks is actually going to get taunted down. Hayabusa getting caught out way too deep. Ganks is also by himself way too deep. PQ Soul stuns down Holy Spartan. And Yuham chooses not to go in. Runs in there a little bit. But the shockwave will force the flashback from Holy Spartan. Now you got multiple people jumping in. Players all low on HP bars. Dastaman and Fonso are still alive. So this could be a winning fight for D&D. But PQ Ganks, oh my God, the damage coming out just obliterates Dastamans. And now we have Fonso on that resurrecting. Let's see if he'll be able to do anything. And nope, that'll be a shutdown for Rel. The game looks to be in the hands of PQ as the death timers are looking pretty fat.
And that was just perfectly played on the side of PQ. They played front to back so well that actually when Ganks got taunted, it helped them out. Because get pulled in Hayabusa right there into the corner. And that's what they wanted because then Ganks was holding off and then instantly jumped to the back line. Like, I didn't think Ganks was going to make it out of there. He shouldn't have made it out of there, but he did. And with him being able to make it out of there, that's why it ends right here on this game because it was just great coordination for the side of PQ. And now PQ advances to 5-2.
Yeah, I
On
was also one.
You got
Oh
it.
wait,
Go
did you?
for it. Go for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was also wondering like why Ganks, because I remember Ganks went in by himself with his ultimate while his teammates were trying to kill a Hayabusa. But as soon as he went in, his HP bar got like chunked a lot, and I think he had to flash out of there in order to stay alive. But we saw him come in for a second round to flank Fonso and Dastamans with full HP, which is kind of surprising. I don't know if that's the power of Ocean Drake or if that's just some kind of other item that he was using.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's huge. I mean, Ganks was huge. So we will be right back onto our third game, which will be Pigs Might Fly, sitting at 5-1 versus Reign of Kings at 4-2. So this one should be a great game. Stay tuned. Be right back.